Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting video. As you can tell, I'm here for the theme. We are going to be talking about the new ColourPop Animal Crossing collab. I was able to pick up two different products from the launch. I'll get into why I was only able to pick up two, what I think of the launch in general, and then, you know, what I think of the collection and if I think it's worth it based on what I got, and then also what I saw on the website. So if you enjoy these kinds of videos, be sure to give this one a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to stick around for more videos. If you don't know, ColourPop recently did an Animal Crossing collab where they themed a bunch of things around Animal Crossing. Better late than never, I guess. Animal Crossing came out like last March when COVID started. Great timing, Animal Crossing, by the way. They just now released a collab. So that feels like almost a whole year has gone by, like since it's been out, which is fine. That's water under the bridge. But if you don't know what Animal Crossing is, it's a super fun game on the Nintendo Switch where you can start an island. You get animals as your villagers, get to grow the island and kind of turn it from like nothing into a little established island, you know? So it's super fun. Chris and I love to play all the time. I'm actually in the middle of redoing my island for like the third time. When I saw this launch, I was super excited. I had not looked at the actual products yet. I just saw like ColourPop X Animal Crossing, you know, so I was really pumped. This launched on January 28th. So I was in the website like 5 minutes after it launched and I had everything put into my cart. I think I had probably 7 to 8 different products that I wanted to pick up. I wanted to pick up the lip tint. I wanted to get some of the palettes, blushes, and the Super Shock Shadow. By the time I got through the queue into the checkout, all of those products said they were sold out except these two palettes that I had in my cart. I even went back and tried to get other products. So I was gonna buy just a few lip tints and then I went back after they said they were sold out and I got the actual, like I added the actual lip tint kit, which was even more expensive. I wasn't really interested in like all of the colors, but I was like, I might as well just get all of them. By the time I get back into the checkout line, that was gone. So I was really worried that by the time I checked out, everything would be sold out. So I said, you know what, there's two products here I got, and that's just what we're gonna roll with. I was kind of disappointed for that because I had more plans for this video and I had wanted to review more for you guys, but this is just where we're at. So I ended up getting the What a Hoot pressed powder palette and then the 5 Star Island pressed powder palette. So this one has Isabelle on it and this one has Blathers and Celeste. These are the ones that I thought I would get the most use out of. The other two were very colorful, very pastel. I was like, I'm never gonna use that palette, so why pick it up? So I got the two neutral ones. Individually, they were $12 each. Total, my order was like $31 for two of these palettes. Now let's talk about the collection in general. They came out with 4 different palettes: the Nook Ink palette, the 5 Star Island palette, which is this, the La Belle of the Belle palette, and then the What a Hoot palette, which is this. So 4 of these little guys. And then they came out with a Super Shock Shadow, a glitter, 3 different lip tint duos. So they come with 2 different like lip tints in the duo, 2 different blushes, and then if you wanted to buy the full collection, it was $125. So out of the collection, like here's what I'm looking at, okay? It looks super colorful. The only blush I was interested in getting is this one, this like lighter shade right there. I liked the color of the Super Shock Shadow. However, it seemed like something that I have in my collection already, so it didn't seem like something super unique. The glitter just seemed kind of I don't really use the ColourPop glitters. And then the lip tints, I've never tried the ColourPop lip tints. I don't know the formula. I was really excited to test them out in this launch. I was gonna get one of the sets. I think I was going to get the Peach Surprise and Orange Cutie set because that seemed the most, I would wear the most. When I was looking at this, I really was only interested in like a few products because the purple and the green palette, I just did not see myself ever using. Looking at the collection, I was kind of disappointed. I thought that they would come out with something like really revolutionary. When I saw it, it looked a little bit like Claire's makeup. I'm sorry, yeah. I don't want to talk bad about ColourPop because I do love a lot of things that I get from ColourPop. I order from ColourPop all the time. I love their lip stuff. I love their palettes. I have some palettes here I want to show you. Like, I have some really awesome stuff from ColourPop and it's super affordable. However, this launch specifically reminded me of Claire's tacky makeup, okay? I ended up again with 2 palettes. I want to test them out. I think I might just take a couple colors from each palette here, but I wanna show you, okay? These retailed for $12 each. I wanna compare it to another palette that I have from ColourPop. Both of these are other, like, oh gosh, I almost whacked myself, are other palettes that I've gotten from ColourPop. This Night Owl palette is $14. The Grandeur palette, I believe, is also $14. You get 9 shadows in both of these, which $14 for a palette is really, really reasonable. I love these palettes. They are really, really great quality. And yeah, I love these palettes. So let's just look at this palette compared to the other palettes, okay? It's so much smaller. This is $2 more than this. And so when I received these, I was really bummed because I was like, what am I supposed to do with these tiny little palettes? $12 for this when I can pay $14 for this, that is just mind-blowing to me. And you only get 4 shades in this one compared to 9 in the other palettes. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking about this with Chris and Chris was like, those better be the best palettes ever. Like, the quality better be there because at this point you're paying for the name. Like, you are literally just, you know, paying for the fact that it says Animal Crossing. And then here's the What a Hoot palette, again, for shadows. It just is mind-blowing to me, okay? I'm not saying these palettes aren't good. I'm just bummed. I'm bummed they're so freaking small. Let's go ahead and get to testing out the palettes and see if they're any good. Here are both of them up close. They look cute. Again, a little bit Claire's-y. This is the 5-star palette, so it's definitely more colorful spring shades. I don't know if I'd ever use this one, but I definitely see myself using the other pinks. And then this is the What a Hoot palette. This one, obviously, I'm gonna use the most. These feel like very wearable shades to me and shades that I would wear all the time. So I'm gonna take a mixture. Might go for like a pink gold kind of situation. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, go in with the one matte crease shade right here. It's called Celestial. I mean, I do like ColourPop eyeshadow formulas. Like I have a lot of palettes from ColourPop. So if these are anything like that, as long as they didn't change the formula of it, then I'm good to go, you know? However, it's just a huge bummer that I can get a much better palette for $2 more. So now let's go in. I'm going to take the shade Island Tune from the 5-star Island palette. It's the pink. And add this into the crease. Now I'm seeing in the palette, there's one matte shade in the Island Tune palette, and then there's 2 matte shades in the What a Hoot palette. The rest of them are kind of either glittery or full-on metallic shades. All right, it looks like they're blending out really nicely. I'm gonna take a denser brush, go in with the shade Who. It's this dark matte brown. Oh, very, very dusty. That shade's okay. I would not say it's blending as well as the other shades. I don't know if I like the way it's looking right now. I really want to go in with Maybe all of Flutter all over the lid and then like a pop of this gold in the center. That shade's kind of eh. That's what it's looking like so far. Not sure if I love it. Now let's take a pencil brush. Going to, I guess, take a small bit of this shade under my lower lash line. Don't want it to be too dark. Is that gonna ruin the look? I can feel that falling all over my face. It's really pretty, like all over the lid. Definitely added something to the look here. I might just call it good there. I don't know. Let's go in with some mascara. Oh, and the pink that I like put on top is called Island Designer. It's this one. Now I do think that the size of these palettes are helpful with traveling. I don't know if I think it's worth it to buy these. I'm gonna add some nude eyeliner. All right, you guys, finished eye look here. Here's what I'm thinking. Do I think they're fun palettes? Yes. Do I think that they're wearable for every day or for everyone? No. Do I think that they're worth the money? No. I was so excited for this collection, but like if I'm basing it off of just these two, I feel like they're overpriced for what you get. I do like the eye look that I came up with, but I'm not gonna lie, I can definitely come up with other eye looks similar to this. I mean, I suppose if I bought the lavender or the blue one, maybe I'd be able to come up with something different, and I feel like they would be worth it, but just from, you know, my experience with this, I guess I'm glad I have them. I would say if you're gonna pick a palette, I'd go with the What a Hoot, because you at least get 2 mattes and then 2 shimmers, and this is something you can actually make an eye look with. I don't see myself being able to make a full eye look with this palette. And yeah, when I compared these to the regular palettes, I was like, this is such a bummer. If you have tried out this collection, let me know your thoughts down below. Let's just swatch them really, really fast, just so you have an idea of like what each palette looks like. So I guess I'll go in with the What a Hoot palette first. Looks like the shade Meteor Shower is kind of a pressed gold right there. Then we have the shade All of Flutter, which is the one I have all over my eyes. And look at how this swatches. That's just not a great swatch. And I went on there twice. Just feels very lackluster. Like it's not very pigmented. That is a bad shade. I don't know, that shade is just like not very pigmented at all. And the more I try to build it up, the more it just kind of gets slippery and doesn't build the color. Then we have the shade Celestial, which is the transition shade I put in my crease. There's that shade. Then we have Who, which feels very soft, definitely the most pigmented out of the bunch. There's the palette. Now let's swatch the 5 Star Island palette. What am I ever gonna do with this yellow? I have no idea. It's not very flattering of a shade. Like, I don't know. And this is Isabel. Then we have Island Designer, which is the pink that I have all over my eye as a topper. This shade is really pretty. It has pinks and yellows in it. So that's really pretty. Then we have Island Tune, which is the pink that's in my crease. Okay, what? That didn't swatch very well either. Then we have Resonant Rep, which this looks really pretty. Has little glitters in it. I don't know, guys. Let me know. Have you tried this collection? Do you think it's worth it? Did you get your hands on any of it? I probably like just, you know, from testing out these two palettes, I don't know if I'd go back and like purchase the products when they came back in stock. That's just me. But yeah, I mean, there definitely is some colors that I like in the palettes. There are some products that I wish I could have picked up, but Do I think that it's like overall worth it for what you pay for what you get? Probably not. This is more like, oh, I just really love Animal Crossing and I want Animal Crossing themed makeup. That's my thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.